At 8 o'clock, we have Boston College, which is 1-2. It has been eliminated from playoff contention. Traveling to Florida State, which is 3-0 and has not been. Florida State's favored by 17.5 points on the ACC network. Let's go over the stats and then what I think of FSU to start the year. As a Florida fan, I'm not going to like saying it, but I do think that they're pretty good this year. Phil Jurkovec for Boston College has gone 63 of 106, thrown for 738 yards, 6 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Pat Garwo III has had 41 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Zay Flowers has had 22 catches for 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jordan Travis for Florida State, which I don't know if he's going to be playing this game. I don't believe so. Probably not, considering his injury against Louisville last weekend. But Jordan Travis has gone 44 of 65, thrown for 624 yards, 4 touchdowns to 1 interception, has a 67.7% completion percentage. Treshaun Ward on the ground has had 40 carries for 302 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Johnny Wilson has had 11 catches for 260 yards and 2 touchdowns. Florida State leads the series all time 13-5. Last 3 games have gone to FSU, ranging from 2018 to 2021. The last Boston College victory was in 2017. So Florida State has dominated this series as of recently. I think what's going to be really interesting in this game, obviously this is a game for Boston College that you kind of need to win, right? If you want to get to bowl game eligibility, it's going to be an uphill climb. You already have started the season off kind of terribly. Bad loss to Rutgers in week 1, and then a bad dominating loss to Virginia Tech, which looks to be one of the worst ACC teams this year. It's not a good look if you're the Boston College Eagles. This is a great chance to get a big victory against a Florida State team. It's pretty good. And actually, you have a good chance at it because Florida State's probably going to be starting a brand new QB. This is a quarterback that has not started for Florida State in the past. I think what's going to be really interesting about this football team is, for Florida State, is how they bounce back from adversity, right? And honestly, so far this year, they have bounced well, too, when they faced adversity. You can look at the game against LSU, where it looks like you've blown it in the final seconds, and you block the extra point to win the game. I mean, that's fighting through adversity right there, if you're a Seminole. You could look at last week's game against Louisville. You lose your starting quarterback, your heart and soul of your team, and your backup quarterback still leads you to a victory. That's some grit right there. And this is what this Florida State team has been missing in the past, is closing out football games, right? You look, last year, there were a lot of games that were very winnable by the Seminoles. You can look at the Notre Dame game to start the year last year, the game against Jacksonville State in week 2. There were winnable football games. You can look at the Clemson game even from last year if you're FSU. There were winnable football games that you lost because you couldn't close them out. This is a great chance for Florida State to kind of exercise those demons and win a game that a lot of times in the past they would lose. I mean, after you lose your starting quarterback and you're Florida State typically, you'll lose the next game, even if it is against a lackluster opponent, Boston College. Great opportunity to show your strength if you're Florida State and show your resilience and win this football game. And I think you do. I think you win. I think you cover the 17.5 point spread.